Tonight, a tragic story unfolding in Cambridge. A collision leaves a young child dead, a woman seriously injured. We'll have a report from the scene. New eyes to solve crimes.
We have our first MOU signed with the City of Waterloo.
The new police surveillance cameras going up in Waterloo, how they're planning to use them, and the concerns.
That kind of pattern of life tracking doesn't sit well with people, identifying their whereabouts.
About this type of oversight. Stolen stuffies.
Numerous Jellycat stuffed toys, concealed them, and exited the store.
Thousands of dollars worth of pilfered plushies.
A number of these toys were being sold on an online platform.
And what police have learned about this unfortunate toy story. Good evening. We begin with some developing news we've been following in Cambridge. A 3-year-old girl was killed this afternoon in a collision that also left a woman seriously injured. Let's go to CTV's Heather Centerin now, live on the scene near Westgate Plaza along Cedar Street. And Heather, we understand the child and the woman were both pedestrians at the time of this collision.
And according to police, they were walking in the area when the collision happened, Tony. And this is along Cedar Street and really close to Westgate Plaza, which I am standing at right now. And we should also note that just a few moments ago, a person was walking by the area where the collision happened, and they actually laid flowers at the scene where it happened. Police were called to the scene at around just before 1 p.m. after reports of a crash involving 2 people and a vehicle. Both were taken to a local hospital. One of them, a 3-year-old girl from Cambridge who had life-threatening injuries, died after she got to the hospital. The other pedestrian, a 31-year-old woman, has serious but non-life-threatening injuries. The driver, a 75-year-old man from Cambridge, was not hurt. Police could be seen examining a stroller on the sidewalk this afternoon, but it is no longer at the scene. No further details have been shared about the circumstances leading up to the crash. Police visiting or working at the plaza today say they heard about the crash and call it devastating.
That's scary. I walk down here all the time. I just go like right up the road, or like I live right up the road there, and that's scary to hear that that happened.
This whole street here was closed off, and then I did happen to see a stroller just by itself there on the sidewalk, and that's when I knew something had happened where, you know, a baby was involved. And later on I heard from people inside Timmy's here that, yeah, baby had passed away from the injuries. It was terrible right before Christmas too. I can't believe it.
Street was closed to drivers for several hours while the investigation took place, and there was also a forensics truck here as well as police tape, but the scene was cleared at around 4:45 p.m. Anyone who may have witnessed the crash is asked to contact police. Tony.
Okay, Heather Centerin live along Cedar Street in the Galt area of Cambridge. Heather, thank you. In Hamilton, a 7-year-old child has died after being struck by a bus in the city's downtown. This happened just after 1 o'clock this afternoon in the Emerald and Wilson Streets area of Hamilton. It is believed the child and the child's mother may have just gotten off the bus when the crash occurred.
The driver of the bus remained on scene and was fully cooperative with the investigation. The child was transported to hospital and sadly succumbed to their injuries.
There were 15 people on the bus at the time of the collision. That area is expected to be closed for some time as Hamilton police investigate. A new tool meant to help solve more crimes in Waterloo region will soon be in place. The first set of police closed-circuit cameras, dozens of them, will be going up in the city of Waterloo next month. CTV's Spencer Turcott has more on how they plan to use them when it comes to gun and gang violence and general safety.
A new year means new surveillance. In January, there will be more eyes on Waterloo region thanks to police-operated closed-circuit television or CCTV cameras.
We have our first MOU signed with the City of Waterloo. We are also working with the region of Waterloo as the polls are also ownership of the region of Waterloo.
The third week of January is the expected timeline for the first of these 52 cameras to go online in the region, Waterloo being the first of the region's 7 municipalities. As for exact locations, that will be made public once they're up. Police will be responsible for owning, installing, operating, and maintaining the cameras. The service secured $100,000 in funding from the Ministry of the Solicitor General, which has been matched by the WRPS budget for a total of $200,000 to help roll out the multi-phase program.
The first one is looking at new infrastructure, new camera locations. And then the second one will be working with the various municipalities on the ability for us to access existing infrastructure.
Such as Grand River Transit, schools, and private businesses. Signs will be posted in areas with CCTV cameras, as was done during St. Patrick's Day celebrations in the University District. Police held public information sessions on the cameras in mid-November, but not everyone is sold on the idea, including privacy and surveillance expert Claudio Popa.
That kind of pattern of life tracking doesn't sit well with people, identifying their whereabouts.
Police say the cameras would not be live monitored and would be accessed for the purpose of an investigation. Any footage not used in an investigation would be deleted after 30 days.
There's really little difference between being recorded and being watched in real time, quite frankly. There are backups and archival systems that ensure that the data can be retrieved after the fact.
Facial recognition capabilities will be turned off, but cameras will include automated license plate readers.
Here in Canada, we've got them on the front and the rear. And so it's a lot easier to very precisely place an individual at a specific location all the way back to the beginning of the program.
Popa adds that transparency is the key here to get the community on board, something police say they are well aware of. Given they have engaged with the Information and Privacy Commissioner's office, they believe they are on the right track. Spencer Turcott, CTV News Kitchener.
3 women murdered over the span of 15 years. Tonight, police say one man was responsible for all of their deaths. Investigators from the OPP and Toronto Police announced they have linked the homicides and the man responsible using DNA technology. CTV's Janice Golding has these new developments.
Toronto police say they've solved 3 cold cases dating back decades, but say the man responsible, Kenneth Smith, is long gone, dying in 2019.
His death means he will never be held to account in a court of law, and we recognize the impact that has on families who have waited so long for justice.
The victim's 25-year-old Christine Prince, who was last seen in June 1982 on a streetcar in St. Clair West near Wychwood. 23-year-old Claire Sampson, meanwhile, was last seen in September 1983 near Jarvis and Gerrard. And then in July 1997, nearly a decade and a half later, 41-year-old Gracelyn Greenidge was found dead in her Driftwood Avenue apartment.
These women were never forgotten, and it is because of the commitment of so many that we are able to give their loved ones at least one crucial answer today.
In 2016, the National DNA Data Bank would match DNA from the Prince and Sampson murders to an unknown male profile.
No one in their lives linked them together, and even the manner of their death was different. The only thing that linked them was the offender's DNA.
The next year, the Center of Forensic Sciences linked that same offender to Greenidge. The tech was limited at the time, however, and it wasn't until this year that genetic genealogy technologies helped investigators find relatives of the offender, conclusively identifying Smith on December the 3rd.
He had been incarcerated at least once before the first 2 murders and twice before Gracelyn's murder.
Smith had a history of sexual assault and was known to police, and lived and worked in Toronto at the time of the murders. Now investigators believe there may be additional victims.
Anything that we can gather, anything that we can put together, anything that we can find out where he was, we can look for unsolved cases in those territories and see what we can do with that.
Police say Smith, who meets the definition of serial killer, relocated to Windsor, Ontario in 2013, dying there at the age of 72 6 years ago.
That report from CTV's Janice Golding. And next, an unusual theft investigation. Thousands of dollars worth of popular plush toys known as Jellycats have been found in a Guelph home during a theft investigation that started in Kitchener. CTV's Karis Mapp hears from Waterloo Regional Police about what they've learned and what still remains a mystery.
This is the video Waterloo Regional Police used to help identify the suspect in a Jellycat crime. A business in Kitchener reported $2,000 worth of the stolen plushies in October and December.
A female suspect entered the store, selected numerous Jellycat stuffed toys, concealed them, and exited the store.
The investigation eventually leading police to a discovery at the suspect's home in Guelph.
We recovered 140 stuffed toys, and we were only looking for approximately 30 from our region,
leaving them with some lingering questions.
Investigators have reached out to services across the GTA and locally to determine where some of these other stuffed toys have come from to prosecute in those jurisdictions.
The toys, which are a social media sensation, have become a hot commodity. Staff at the Art of Home say they're proud to carry the largest collection of Jellycats here in Cambridge, adding they've certainly noticed the recent increase in demand for the popular toy. And while this store is not involved in the investigation, they tell us they've seen people of all ages on the hunt for the toys.
They were traditionally for babies and kids. It was a very popular baby shower gift, but we've seen an explosion in their popularity, so all ages. Teens, 20s for sure, and grown women, everybody.
That explosion happened roughly 2 years ago when the company celebrated its 25th anniversary. Now, staff say it feels like a full-time job to keep the shelves stocked.
We have social media requests, phone calls, emails every day, people looking for specific Jellycats.
And the plushies can be pricey.
They do range in price from $30 to over $1,000, depending on the piece. We have a gigantic whale, which is over $1,000. Now that is rare.
Which is another reason police were able to monitor the Kitchener crime.
A number of these toys were being sold on an online platform.
With the holidays approaching, the Jellycat craze is only intensifying.
The holiday drop for the Jellycat collection was mayhem. Really special, rare ones were released, and we were sold out of styles within minutes.
Every holiday season, we do see a rise in thefts. Supply and demand plays a large role in these incidents.
Incidents police are hoping to stop so the toys don't end up in the wrong hands. Kara Smapp, CTV News, Kitchener.
Well, let's say hello to Leanne Evans live on location tonight for our weather at the Stanley Park Canadian Tire in Kitchener. Leanne, as far as our Toy Mountain goes, it's broadcast day, and our radio partners have been live on the air there all day.
Yes, they have, Tony, and they still are this hour tonight. We got Virgin and Bounce here with us, and the Salvation Army's here. We've got lots of donations coming in. We're going to be accepting one of those donations right now from Cal Koteka, who is a Kitchener resident. It's great to see you.
Great, thanks for having me here.
Okay, you do a lot of work with lots of different charities around the region. Tell me about your donation tonight.
Well, this was inspired by my good friend Mike Conway, of course. When I saw him being interviewed by you, I got to do more. So I collect a lot of things for different charities and different organizations, and this is all because of the good-hearted community members of Kitchener-Waterloo who donated this at the teddy bear toss. So we do have extras to give to the Salvation Army.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Of course, the teddy bear toss at the Kitchener Rangers game.
Correct.
Cal, why do you do what you do and work so hard with different charities across the region? Because it's really impactful work. What drives you to do that?
I know when a child receives a gift, it might not be a lot for us, but for a child, it gives them a lot of hope. And I know I didn't have a lot of hope as a child myself. It was a very trying time for me as a child. But by good grace of Jesus Christ and his Savior of me, I'm able to give back to the community now as I'm in a position to because of him.
Well, thank you so much for dropping off this donation here for us tonight. Captain Kelly Fifield with the Salvation Army is here to accept that donation as well. What does it mean when residents in our community like Cal work so hard with charities across the region and give back like he's doing?
Yeah, I think it's so lovely to see businesses step up, but when an individual steps up, it just means a little bit more because we know that that person has taken their own time to be able to get support and to just even come out tonight and be able to see the smile on their face as they drop it off. It's just incredible, and we're very grateful.
Okay, thanks so much. And Cal, thank you for your generous donation. And we're going to take a look at the forecast now as well, because we do have some snow squall warnings to tell you about tonight. Not necessarily necessarily right locally in Waterloo region, but towards the London area as well through Listowel, parts of Brant County too, under that yellow warning. So you could see upwards of 30 centimeters of snowfall in the next 24 hours. Areas near Barrie, Collingwood, Aurelia going to be hit a little bit harder, looking at upwards of 50 centimeters of snow. Of course, if you're doing any travel from Waterloo region to the London area, keep that in mind, because we could see heavy snow at times, localized accumulation, and blowing snow as well. But right now in Waterloo region, things are calm. The roads are a little bit slick, but calm conditions out there. We're sitting at -10 here locally. When you factor in the wind chill, it's feeling a little bit cooler, -16. So if you're coming out to the Canadian Tire at Stanley Park in Kitchener, bundle up because it's a little bit cool, but we are inside where it's nice and warm here. You can come on down and help us collect donations for Toy Mountain and donate something yourself. Tony?
All right, Leanne Evans at the Stanley Park Canadian Tire in Kitchener. Leanne, thank you. And it is time now to head out to our lobby here at CTV. And Ashley Bacon is standing by out there because, Ashley, the generosity literally keeps coming through our doors.
I mean, we couldn't ask for a better community, Tony. This is just another example of what we all get together and do something great for our community. I'm standing here with Andy Tomiski, president of the Kitchener Musical Society Band, who's back for year 2. Thank you for coming back, Andy.
Oh, you're very welcome, Ash. We're glad to be back, and we're glad to be part of this.
Tell us a little bit why it was so important for you to come back as a band and, you know, put on a show and build some toys for some community members.
Well, we know it's a joy it brings to the kids, and we know that it's tough times going on right now, and it's just our way of reaching out and helping the community.
Tell us a little bit about what you all did to get some of these donations.
Well, we held a concert last week at the museum in downtown Kitchener. So they gave us a space for free to play. We got the audience to come in. We've asked them all to donate toys, and we've got a pile of them for you.
Now, of course, you're joined by some of your other bandmates here, and tell me a little bit about the camaraderie with your band and coming together, not just to perform a show, but to do something like this for the community.
Like I say, we practice every Monday night. We're a very tight-knit group. We really enjoy being out there, seeing everybody, playing music, especially to the retirement homes and that. You can see the joy in their faces. This is another way we can bring some joy to some other people.
Awesome, Andy. Okay, Tony, so you heard it first. We're going to get some toys on that mountain in a few minutes. Of course, we've got the guys and his helpers coming in to help load all of them up in just a short while. Tony.
Can't wait to see that moment. Ashley, thank you. We'll talk to you shortly. And coming up next here on CTV News at 6, reflecting on some extended curtain calls in the festival city. Jeff Pickle gets some positive reviews about the longest ever season for the Stratford Festival from some young actors who've made lifelong friendships in the process.
Hey, it's Radio Broadcast Day down here at Canadian Tire at Stanley Park with my friends Ray and Luke from Virgin Radio. We're having a blast. We're raising donations. They even let me on the radio. Come down and join us. Canadian Tire, Stanley Park, and we'll have the full forecast coming up.
Download the CTV News app and stay on top of local stories as they unfold.
We go to a dramatic scene unfolding.
Customize your feed and watch live wherever you are. ctvkitchener.ca, your home for news.
Everyone looks forward to taking a break over the holidays, but tonight some MPPs are questioning the length of their break. After sitting for just 51 days this year, the House is now on recess until mid-March of next year. CTV's Siobhan Morris has more on why the government says this long break is needed.
There's no holly, but the halls of Queen's Park are very much decked for the holidays. On this last day of this abbreviated session, the same steady drumbeat that has pounded the last 7 weeks.
The minister hand-picked conservative insiders to receive government funds.
The Labour minister hammered daily, called on to resign over the Skills Development Fund.
Every dollar goes to training. It's in the guidelines of the publicly accessible funds.
With question period over for the year,
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah.
The Premier stressed the responsibility MPPs have to the people they represent.
And when we work together, we can do incredible things, even though we disagree.
But politicians won't be all in one place to collaborate for a very, very long time. After only 51 days in the legislature in 2025, the House is on break until March 23rd.
That's crazy. It's not acceptable.
The government House leader begs to differ.
I think it's acceptable when you look at the tremendous amount of legislation that we were able to drive forward.
Clark says they need time to go home and consult with constituents.
We need to look at their priorities, things like keeping costs down, getting people moving, getting these big projects implemented.
Opposition parties see this as a dodge of accountability.
The Premier sees the legislature as a magnifying glass on all of his failures.
Marit Stiles goes a step further.
I think he's a coward, getting out of here as fast as they can and getting as far away from yet another scandal and other police investigation as they can.
There's worry about more fast-tracking bills, skipping consultations, working details out in regulation.
They're silencing your voices. They don't want to give you an opportunity to have input on the legislation that affects your day-to-day lives.
Opposition parties don't think it makes a lot of sense for the Premier to have ordered civil servants back in the office 5 days a week in the new year when he's often missing from question period and the House is on recess until spring. At Queen's Park, Siobhan Morris, CTV News.
And as the legislature wraps for the holidays, questions over the government's Skills Development Fund continue. We are learning more about another recipient of a government jobs training grant that has a history with Ontario's stock market watchdog. As CTV's John Woodward tells us, Ontario's opposition raised questions this week about why taxpayer dollars were given out again.
We love our drivers.
FaceDrive was a company that proposed rideshare and transit solutions in southern Ontario, among other things, but it shot to prominence with its TraceScan app during the pandemic, saying its tech could notify people exposed to COVID-19.
This person got COVID-19 and you've been close to this person in the last 14 days.
FaceDrive got more than $2 million from the Ontario government. Its market capitalization soared past $5 billion. Then it collapsed to pennies a share. The Ontario Securities Commission later alleged FaceDrive, by then rebranded as Steer, had misled investors with contradictory and misleading news releases that made promises it couldn't deliver. Part of the settlement, then CEO Sayanthan Navaratnam had to pay $75,000. Navaratnam is the president and sole director of Connex Telecommunications. That company got grants from the Skills Development Fund to develop AI tools for use in call centers. Connex told CTV News in a statement, the purpose of the Skills Development Fund is to support Ontario hire, train, and retain workers. That is why we sought support, and that is why we received it. Full stop. We met the criteria. Something that politicians grilled Labour Minister David Piccini on this week.
Surely the Minister of Labour would have known Mr. Navaratnam's history of misleading the public and investors, and yet still this Minister of Labour decided to hand them millions of taxpayer dollars again.
Every program, project and proponent are assessed prior to funding speaker.
It's just the latest development in a scandal that has gone on for months over the $2.5 billion program's grants to a variety of organizations with connections to the governing PC party, including the Premier. Ontario's Auditor General found political staff were picking where money went in a way that wasn't transparent, fair, or accountable. That was back in October. Premier Doug Ford still stands behind Labour Minister David Piccini. John Woodward, CTV News.
A live look through our tower camera toward uptown Waterloo. It has been a chilly Friday out there. Leanne's back in just a couple of moments to tell us about some weather alerts we're keeping an eye on not too far from Waterloo region. And also coming up, stuck overnight on a train. What went wrong on a Via Rail trip in eastern Ontario? Back we go to the Stanley Park Canadian Tire in Kitchener. Leanne Evans standing by tonight. Very special day, Leanne. Radio broadcast day for the Toy Mountain campaign as we try to spread the word over as many airwaves as possible to help us build that mountain.
Yeah, Tony, and I think it's working because we've got our own mountain being built here at the Canadian Tire. Lots of people have been coming through the doors, bringing in donations, dropping off toys to help build Toy Mountain. We've got the Salvation Army on hand. Of course, we have our friends at Virgin Radio and Bounce Radio here with us too. There's lots happening, and we're going to be talking about a donation right now. We've got the U12 Kitchener Panthers here with us, and they're doing this donation in a really fun way. So they've raised around $350, and the guys are actually going to go shopping. So what are we going to be looking for when you're finding toys to drop off to Toy Mountain?
We have a list of toys that we have going from ages 6 to 16, I think. And there's a list of the toys that they want, and we're going to try to get as much as we can for each child.
Okay, that's perfect. And why do you guys think it's important to give back to other kids in the community who are in need this holiday season?
I think it's important to give back because some people don't get to have presents at Christmas, and we do, so it's important to give back so they can experience what we experience too.
How does it feel as a team to be able to be in this position to give back and get to work together as a team to collect the toys?
It feels great to give back to people, especially the 4 to 7 kids, because that's who me and my friend are giving to.
Amazing. And we also have to talk about the upcoming baseball season. What are you guys looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to hitting a bunch of tanks and winning every tournament. Oh, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, you guys have fun shopping. We'll have to check back in after to see what toys you pick out and what you come up with. But yeah, they're going to head into Canadian Tire right now with that money that they raised and go do some shopping. Guys, thank you so much for coming and for donating to Toy Mountain and the Salvation Army. Okay, let's take a look at the forecast now because we've got lots to get to. We've got some snow squall warnings in place for communities around Waterloo region, not necessarily here locally, but if you're in the London area, through parts of Brant County, and along the shores of Lake Huron, we are under a snow squall warning in those areas, looking at anywhere from 15 to 30 centimeters of snowfall. So if you're traveling from Waterloo region to London, I know some of our friends here at radio are doing that tonight. Just keep in mind that we may be seeing some reduced visibility out there on the roads with heavy and blowing snow at times. This is going to be in place through tonight with winds out of the northwest gusting upwards of about 60 kilometers an hour. And in the Barrie area, you're under the orange snowfall warning, and that just means it's going to be a little bit more impactful in your area through Barrie towards Collingwood, Orillia as well. That's because of these lake effect bands that we're seeing that are being built off of Georgian Bay. Going to be heavier snowfall at times, could be anywhere up to 50 centimeters of snowfall. As you can see though, for us here locally in Waterloo region, by tomorrow midday, we're just looking at a little bit of cloud cover. We could see the chance of some flurry activity through the afternoon hours, and then it's overnight where we see a bit more of a widespread swath of snow into Saturday. Okay, temperature wise right now we're sitting at -10 in KW, and it feels much cooler when we do factor in the wind chill, feeling closer to -16. Many communities around that same mark. So if you're coming to join us here at Stanley Park, just bundle up. But we are inside, so we're staying quite warm in here. Today we did reach a daytime high of -7, so that is below seasonal for this time of year. Usually we're hovering the freezing mark, and that low -13 came around 8 o'clock this morning. So if you were out and about, maybe doing some Christmas shopping, you likely noticed it was quite chilly and frigid out there early in the morning. Overnight tonight, it will be a similar story, -14, the overnight low, feeling closer to -20 with the wind chill. And as mentioned, we do have the chance to see some flurry activity. It won't be anything too impactful, looking at about 2 centimeters of localized accumulation. Tomorrow, -2 will be the daytime high, feeling closer to -20 when we're waking up, however. Okay, here's what's in store for the weekend and next week. The chance for flurry activity continues. I want you to take a look at Sunday. Frigid temperatures, -10 the daytime high, -19 our overnight low. In the Windsor area, some sunshine for you folks to end off the week and end off your weekend as well. -8 the daytime all-time high Sunday, with overnight lows dipping into the minus double digits. And in southern Georgian Bay, that's where we talked about that lake effect snow, chance for snow squalls and heavier amounts of snowfall into the weekend. So keep in mind if you're doing any travel out there on the roads, especially in the Georgian Bay area, heavier amounts of snow will be coming for you. Okay, so we're going to be here at the Canadian Tire in Stanley Park in Kitchener through the rest of the hour. We're going to check in, hopefully see some more donations happening, but it's been a pretty solid night overall with lots of toys being collected over at the Toy Mountain. The Salvation Army has already taken some of those away. For now, Tony, I'll send it back to you in studio.
Encouraging to see. Okay, Leanne Evans live on location. Thanks, Leanne. And we're just going to keep the spirit of giving rolling here as we check in with Ashley Bacon once again, this time right across the studio from me over at our Toy Mountain with a special guest. Ash?
Tony, Andy Tominski is here with the Kitchener Musical Society Band for their second year of donating. Thank you so much for coming back and being part of our Toy Mountain campaign again.
We're so glad to be part of the campaign. We just love it.
Tell us a little bit about why you decided to come there the second year and what you did to get all of these wonderful donations.
Well, we know it brings a lot of joy to people. From music, we see the joy in the people when we're out playing. We know that there's a lot of families in need. Some toys. Kids always got to be happy Christmas Day.
And of course, we're seeing some of your bandmates just behind us here putting out some of these amazing donations. You had a concert this past weekend to help accumulate some of these donations. Tell us about it.
Yeah, on Sunday, we, in conjunction with the museum in downtown Kitchener, they provided the space for us for free. So we were able to perform the concert. We've asked our guests and patrons to bring a toy. And you've seen there's a pile of toys out there coming in. It was very generous of our patrons.
Now, of course, it's a pretty exciting time for the band's history. You're in 146 years, so you're...
No, 49.
So, apologies, 149 years, so you're deeply embedded into the community. Tell me, why is it so important to you know, really spread that community spirit throughout by doing this type of foundation and fundraiser, rather?
Well, it ties the community together. It's us outreach. People get to see us. And people get to talk to each other, and it kind of makes a nice little mesh of getting people all together. That's the big part of it, just getting everybody together to be happy.
Now, with the donations themselves, what was your message to your audience? Did you want specific things, or were you hoping for a variety of items? Tell me a little bit about that message.
We tried to target a little bit to the older group because we know that one's the most challenging. So we got, we received a lot of donations where we were able to buy some gift cards. Mm-hmm. So that we know that the older kids will get gift cards. They'll enjoy those. And so it was a really big mix of toys. It was great.
And of course, with 5,000 kids, you know, taking part in the Salvation Army's toy donation campaign this year, you know, there is an immense need in the community. You can see behind us, our mountain is getting full again, Tony. But of course, there is still time to donate. Make sure that you check out on our website, ctvnewskitchener.ca, for an assortment of drop-off locations. Of course, you can drop off to the Salvation Army itself. Andy, thank you so much for being here tonight and being part of this campaign.
It's our pleasure to be here.
Awesome. Thank you. Tony, back to you.
Ashley, thank you. And up next, a plan to avoid more problems at tax time. The Canada Revenue Agency reveals what's been in the works to improve services after being ordered by the government to deal with delays and complaints.
It's time to build a toy mountain.
Make this holiday season merry for so many kids.
Bring new, unwrapped toys to your local Canadian Tire.
All in support of the Salvation Army.
We'll be collecting donations from November 19th to December 24th.
With all donations helping families right here in our community.
Toy Mountain, supported by the Core Group, Goman's Appliances, and the Crack Specialists.
Let's make this the best toy mountain ever.
Visit ctvkitchener.ca for more ways to donate.
The Canada Revenue Agency says it is hiring hundreds more call center workers to prepare for a busy tax season. The agency was given 100 days to improve its services after a barrage of complaints about delays and unhelpful agents. It says it's proud to have recently doubled the number of unique calls that they answer from just 35% to more than 70%. But they say they'll never be in a position to answer 100% of calls. Today, the CRA said it's going to hire 1,700 more call center workers over the next few months, aiming to have a total of 4,500 agents during their peak season when they get more than 300,000 calls a day. It says it's also going to give Canadians more online service options. The union representing workers calls it a Band-Aid solution. All right, time now for a recap of our top stories. CTV's Krista Simpson joining us in studio with the latest, and that includes a look at a very sad story, Krista, the death of a 3-year-old in Cambridge this afternoon.
Tony, this happened just before 1 at a plaza on Cedar Street, a collision involving 2 pedestrians and a vehicle. A 3-year-old child was rushed to hospital but died. Already flowers and stuffies are being left at the scene this evening. A small memorial starting to form near a crosswalk in that area. The other pedestrian, a 31-year-old woman from Cambridge, has serious injuries. The driver of the vehicle, a 75-year-old man from Cambridge, was not hurt. There's no word yet on any charges. A Guelph woman is facing several charges after police allege she stole thousands of dollars of stuffies, most of them Jellycats. Waterloo Regional Police began an investigation after a theft at a store back in October. They ended up executing a search warrant at a Guelph home and finding about 140 stuffies believed to have been stolen from a number of businesses across southwestern Ontario.
And Krista, looking at what our digital team is working on, it's that time of year when everyone's finding out what their property taxes are going to look like next year. The City of Kitchener settling on its 2026 budget.
Tony, the budget formally passed at a meeting earlier today. It features a 2.2% tax rate increase, so an estimated $29 more per year for the average homeowner on the city portion of their property taxes. For more information on this story, you can scan the QR code on the bottom left of your screen to get the story on our CTV News app or to download that app right now. You can, of course, also just visit our website, ctvnewskitchener.ca.
Okay, Krista Simpson with our top stories. Krista, thank you. A Via Rail trip from Toronto to Ottawa turned into an overnight ordeal for dozens of passengers. A mechanical failure and an attempted rescue left trains and passengers stranded in Brockville for hours. CTV's Caitlin Wilson has more.
After nearly 17 hours of travel, Jade Schofield is finally in Ottawa.
I am exhausted. I am excited to get to a hotel and sleep.
She left Toronto just before 7 Wednesday night, expecting to arrive by 11 p.m. But 2 hours into her trip, the train came to a halt just outside of Brockville, stopping to help another train that had broken down because of a mechanical failure.
Through that, we found out that that train had actually been sat there for a number of hours with no light, no heat, no washrooms, and it was a Toronto-bound train.
At one point, 3 trains were involved. Those traveling to Ottawa all ended up on one train that hooked onto the stalled train and pulled it to Brockville Station several hours later.
But then there was an issue with disconnecting it, so we ended up stranded essentially, and of course blocking the tracks.
And with engineering crews at the end of their shift, passengers say they had no choice but to wait.
I think it was just being left in the dark that irked people the most.
Sophie LaBelle was also on the train. She says people tried to sleep with no blankets or pillows and no clear timeline.
There was a sense of camaraderie and people were trying to sleep on the floor and they did bring snacks. It's just the absolute lack of transparency.
By morning, with no available buses, passengers were told to find their own transportation, but then Via Rail managed to get them on a regularly scheduled train, arriving in Ottawa at noon.
Via Rail wants to offer our deepest apologies for these events. This is definitely not the level of service that our passengers expect from us, and it's absolutely not the level of service that we want to offer.
Via Rail is offering a full refund along with a travel credit towards a future trip.
Even though I've lost a hotel night, I've lost a day's work, so I don't know if it really, from a financial perspective, weighs it out.
And after a night of uncertainty, LaBelle has just one plan left for the day.
Bye. I'm going to bed.
And that report from CTV's Caitlin Wilson in Brockville. Up next, the Festival City prepares for the final shows of an extended season. CTV's Jeff Pickle with some of the young actors who are leaving a longer stage run with some rewarding memories.
holiday set decoration provided by Royal City Nursery.
The Stratford Festival's longest season ever is coming to a close, and it appears to have been a resounding success. CTV's Jeff Pickle had a chance to review it today with the young cast of the musical Annie, who admit they will be sad to see it all come to an end.
From a tentative, nervous first day of rehearsal back in February.
I was just really, really grateful, and I was also a little nervous.
To the final week of production.
But it's been so much fun to get to dive into the world of Annie and getting to really get into the holiday spirit.
For the group of young actors who make up Annie and the Orphans at this year's Stratford Festival, it's been the opportunity of a lifetime.
Really fun, really amazing, and everyone's so kind and sweet, and I also love performing. It's really fun to be on stage in front of the audience because they're so kind and they're always cheering so loud.
And a chance to make a few new best friends forever.
My favorite part of being in Annie is meeting new friends, and just this experience is really, really fun to do.
With only 2 shows left.
And it's so much fun, especially throughout our extension, to be able to bring this show to new audiences and to see grandparents taking their children and to hear about what makes the show special for everyone.
It's a mix of excitement and sadness.
My feelings are excited and sad at the same time because I'm gonna miss all of my new friends.
These young professionals have been a key to this season's success.
They really evolved over the season. They became a really tight unit, amazing accomplishment by the kids.
After a sluggish 2024 season, festival leadership say they took a big swing this time around after early indicators predicted some big numbers.
So we decided very early on, pretty much around opening week, that we would add some performances based on the early demand that we were seeing for these shows.
They say so far, despite the cold and the snow, crowds are still lining up.
We added about 50,000 seats to our season, so that is a significant addition to the season and a big risk to add that on to the end of the year, but it's really paid off.
And as the cast of Annie will soon leave the show behind.
But now we're besties for life. I don't think anything can tear us apart.
They take with them friendships and memories of a lifetime. Jeff Pickle, CTV News, Stratford.
And time for a quick break, but first back on location now to Leanne.
Live on location here at Stanley Park Canadian Tire, where we are building a mountain of toys on radio broadcast day. I thought it would stay. We'll be right back with a big check presentation after the break.
105.3 Virgin Radio is KW's #1 hit music station. Home of Jeff, KP, and Backstage Ben in the morning. Listen to 105.3 Virgin Radio everywhere with the iHeartRadio app.
All right, Krista Simpson is at this desk with your next local news later tonight and joins us now with more. Krista.
Well, Tony, we'll be following any developments this evening on the crash in Cambridge that claimed the life of a 3-year-old child today. The road is reopened, but the investigation continues. And separately in Hamilton, a 7-year-old child was also killed, also while walking, in that case, hit by a city bus. No charges have been laid in either investigation at this point. We'll have any updates tonight on CTV Kitchener following the CTV National News.
Okay, Krista Simpson, thank you for that. And time now for our final check on the weather. Leanne Evans standing by at the Stanley Park Canadian Tire in Kitchener radio broadcast day. Let's bring it home tonight, Leanne.
Yes, exactly. And now we are here with Aaron from Canadian Tire. First, thank you for having us here for Toy Mountain Radio Broadcast Day. Tell me why it's important for you guys to be involved in a campaign like this one.
Yeah, you know, we've been involved with Toy Mountain for many years.
We think it's so important to always give back to the community, to the children. So we have this here for you guys.
Yeah, a big surprise for Kelly and Corey with the Salvation Army.
$1,500 for you guys.
Perfect. From Canadian Tire. What does it mean for businesses like Canadian Tire to hop on board and donate in this capacity?
Yeah, I think Canadian Tire has always been an amazing support, whether that be supporting with the Toy Mountain and having that box here and giving financially. And we are so grateful to have the support of businesses like you.
Okay, amazing. Well, Aaron, thank you so much. Thank you to Canadian Tire. Thanks to the Salvation Army. It's been a great time here at Radio Broadcast Day. Let's take a look at the wake-up weather very quickly before we get back to you. Looking like a mix of sun and clouds when we're waking up here in Waterloo region. Communities around us will be seeing some snowfall, and we do have the chance to see some flurry activity through the day, but overall looking like a pretty good end to the week. Just bundle up if you're heading outside, because it is going to be quite chilly into the overnight hours. So again, a great radio broadcast day from Stanley Park Canadian Tire. Tony, back to you.
Okay, Leanne, thank you very much, and thank you to all of our generous donors who've been stopping by at the Stanley Park Canadian Tire on this radio broadcast day. Boy, it's exciting to see that things are really starting to pick up as we head into, well, our final week now of the actual on-air portion of our campaign. Now, before we go, we want to give you one more live look at Toy Mountain, because thanks to that donation we got here in studio earlier today, and of course that big one we got yesterday as well, things are starting to fill in again. All sorts of toys, games, stuffies, puzzles, and you know, the Salvation Army is hoping to help around 5,000 children and teens in our community once again this year. And so every single one of these donations is going to be responsible for a smile, no doubt, on Christmas morning. So one more week to build it up. CTV News Kitchener.ca will show you all of the locations where you can make a donation around Kitchener, Cambridge, Waterloo, and Guelph. And of course, our big finale on the air here on CTV News at 6 happens next Wednesday. So less than a week to go. Let's help bring that mountain to new heights. Krista Simpson back with your next local news later tonight after CTV National News. I will see you again tomorrow for CTV News at 5 and 6. We'll see you then. Good night.